Hello, I'm Michael Leverton. I've written a book called 150 Shards of Light, and basically it's made up of 150 extracts from the Bible, but put together in my own idiosyncratic way. I hope you enjoy reading them. This one is shard number, it's number 17. And it's called, Is This the Second Best Love Story in the Bible? It concerns a family that travels to Moab because of famine, comes back, and what happens to them thereafter. I hope you enjoy it. Now, a family living in Bethlehem and owning a field there decides to escape a famine by fleeing to Moab, a country on the east side of the Dead Sea. The family comprised a husband, a wife called Naomi, and 2 sons. The 2 sons marry Moabite women, but then, sadly, over a period of time, the husband and the 2 sons all die, leaving Naomi with no visible means of support. So she thinks to herself, well, I think I'll go back to Israel because at least I've got some friends there. And you girls, go back to Moab, find yourselves some new husbands and get on with your lives. Well, that's fine, except that one of the Moabite women, called Ruth, refuses to leave her. She says, no, I'm not going back. I'm sticking with you, come thick or thin. So in spite of Naomi's attempts to persuade her, Ruth goes back to Israel with her. Once there, Ruth ekes out a subsistence for both of them by harvesting in the fields where the harvesters have already been, and under Jewish law are required to leave elements of the field behind for those who are so poor that that's the only way they can sustain themselves. So Boaz realized that Ruth is quite an attractive woman, or anyway, one that definitely needs protecting. So he gives instructions to his field workers to leave some extra harvesting behind so that she can pick it up and to be safe while she does that. Now, Boaz is a bachelor. He's probably middle-aged, and whilst he's clearly attracted to Ruth, he shows her kindness. And this is reported back by Ruth to Naomi. Naomi advises her to go and see where Boaz lays his head at night and go and lie at his feet. This apparently is some sort of ritualistic move, because apparently in accordance with the law of the land, if Boaz decides to marry Ruth, if he can marry Ruth, he will if he acquires the land that Naomi has, then he will also acquire the widow of the man who used to own it. And that was one of the sons who died in Moab. So Ruth becomes Boaz's wife, and she gives birth to a son. Naomi's friends pronounce a blessing over the newborn child. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. Well, that's the story. And I haven't actually told it very well. It's much better if you read it. It's in the book of Ruth in the Old Testament, and it's only 4 chapters long. You can probably read it in 20 minutes. But the interesting question is, why is it in the Bible at all? What's it got to do with the history of Israel and its relationship with the God who gave them the land? The answer comes right at the end of the book. Boaz was the father of Obed, and Obed was the father of Jesse, and Jesse was the father of David. King David was the greatest king to rule Israel. But not only was Ruth his great-grandmother, she also appears in the genealogy of Jesus. Interestingly, not only did Jesus' genealogy include a Moabitess, it also apparently included a prostitute. Well, what can I say to that? There's room for everyone in Jesus' family, even you. Have a good day.